Hi, everyone. Welcome back. My name is Nico. I use he, him pronouns. For a visual description, I'm a white man with parted blonde hair. I've got on a black headset, brown and blue spectacles, and a red flannel shirt. I'm seated indoors against several bookcases and a purple wall. And like about 20% of the global population, I'm disabled. Non-disabled people might think that disabled lives are dictated by pity, sorrow, tragedy, and other non-useful emotions, but I don't know, guys. I've been disabled a long time, and I think disabled joy also exists. In fact, I'd get pretty bored pretty quick if all I could feel was one emotion forever. However, the disability community has as many members as it has opinions, which is why I've asked my friend Jude here today to talk with us about disabled joy. Jude, hello. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Of course. Jude, would you share with us like a joyful moment from your life? It could intersect with your disability, or it could not. Both are equally valid.
So at the beginning of the year, I ended up getting a new power wheelchair. That's a portable power chair. It's a Will. So it's been really helpful for me because the power chair I used to have just was the seat was too small for me, and it caused me a lot of discomfort and sciatica pain. So now I have a chair that I can actually sit in for hours at a time without being in like a lot of pain, and it's really nice. It was a great moment for me.
That's fantastic, Jude. Thank you so much. I'm a little familiar with like what that entails, ordering a new wheelchair, getting the money, of course, waiting for shipping and everything. But what was that process like for you, for audience members who might not know, how big this is or how much of a process you needed to undertake to get it?
So I was actually very lucky. A program, because I'm non-binary, I had applied through a program called Trans Santa, and they do wish lists for people and like fundraisers and things like that for people like around Christmas time. And because I'm on Medicaid, I am not able to get the wheelchair I need covered because they'll really only cover what you need in the house to get around more than anything. So, although my doctor agreed that I could benefit from a wheelchair, insurance would not cover it. So, I ended up being able to raise the donations through this program. And a lot of people came together, like I think 200 people came together and raised the money for me to get the chair, which was a huge, huge thing for me. And it really changed my life. Like I wasn't expecting it at all. So then when I found out that like that had been done for me, it was like honestly like one of the most shocking moments of my life. And it was amazing.
Jude, I'm so thankful that you have that community that supports you. Mutual aid is a beautiful thing, and interdependence is a beautiful thing. And I'm so lucky. Oh, I'm so glad that you got lucky and got that wheelchair at a total surprise to you. I'm fantastic. I'm glad to hear it. How has being disabled really like affected your pursuit of happiness or pursuit of joy?
Um, I would say, although like dealing with the limitations that I have, like regarding my pain and fatigue, definitely affects me. I would say like the inaccessibility of the world around me kind of makes an even bigger difference. Um, just, as a wheelchair user, it's like constantly having to check before you go somewhere to like see, oh, is this accessible? And then like, if your friends want to go to like a certain place and then it's not accessible, you can't go with them or things like that. Like just also like people telling you that a place is accessible and then you get there and there's like a step or something. And it's like it's just it's hard. It causes a lot of a drain to my energy to like have to put in that extra effort to like call every single place that I go and like just like be on the lookout all the time for like what might get in my way being able to move through the world as a wheelchair user.
I've heard a lot of those similar responses before, and I think it's a really important point to drive home that our disabilities aren't, the biggest thing about us, or even, the most difficult thing with which we have to grapple. It's the fact that, our surrounding environments are built to exclude disabled people like you and I. Thank you,
Mhm.
Jude. I appreciate that answer. I'm reminded of a care provider I had once who was trying to convince me that he was like totally down with disabled people. And he said, I once carried my wheelchair using friend into a bar we were playing at because they had steps. So I totally know what it's like to be disabled. So that person did not join my treatment care team. Valid, valid. Jude, what do you want people to know about disabled life and disabled quality of life?
I think that quality of life can be something that's very like on a perspective thing for a lot of people,
Yeah.
because I feel like although I do deal with chronic pain and fatigue and things like that, I feel like I have, in a lot of ways, a very good quality of life because I have a good support system around me. I have, the things that I need, like in my house, and like I'm able to, live a good life regardless, even if that's not necessarily what people picture. Like I'm not able to work full time, and I do have people who come in, like I have a PCA who comes in and helps me out and things like that. So maybe it's not like how a lot of non-disabled people picture it, um, and when they think of quality of life, but I feel like I have a very good quality of life for like in the way that I have the support that I need with my friends, and I have the ability to do the things that I love, like create the artwork that I create and things like that. And I think that the things that could help with my quality of life is if I was to get more support from like unfortunately for disability for SSI, the money is very low. And I think if that was increased to, at least poverty level, it would really improve people's quality of life, and independence of life as a disabled person, like financial independence, um, and things like that. And like looking at like how we can improve people's quality of life, like within the home versus like, necessarily our first instinct is to maybe put somebody in like a facility or nursing home, like when I think that it's really important to view like how people's quality of life is in when they're able to stay in the home versus like going into like an institution or something like that, and taking that into consideration is how we can help people stay in place.
Absolutely. Staying in place, staying in community, and then aging in place are all like really good outcomes. And those are the outcomes that a lot of care programs should aspire to. Thank you so much, Jude. This brings me to my last planned question, which is one that I ask all of my interviewees. What is like a recent win that you're celebrating? Of course, aside from your awesome wheelchair. And if you can't think of one, where can people find you online? What do you want to promote? Like, this is your soapbox moment. This is your chance to promote yourself, my friend. So go for it. Go all out.
So a recent win that I'm celebrating is I'm actually moving to Denver in August, which is really exciting because right now I live in kind of like a small town southern area, which is not as accessible for me, and I just can't get like all the my community needs met in the same way that I would be able to in a city like Denver. So I'm really excited about that, and continuing to do my work there. I work with a nonprofit currently to help people train their own service dogs because I've trained my own service dog in the past. So I provide peer support to owner trainers. I'm not a professional trainer, but I just have that personal experience. And so I want to continue to be able to do that and create my artwork, like I said. if anybody's interested, they can find me on at How Jude Rolls Art on Instagram with dots in between the words. So it's like how dot Jude, yeah, like you get it. So How Jude Rolls with dots. But yeah, and I feel like Denver is going to really open up my ability to be more present in my creative work and do more things surrounding that. So I'm excited.
That's remarkable. Jude, thank you for sharing time with us and telling us about what you do, where your joy comes from, and what wins you're celebrating. This move, this new wheelchair, I'm excited for you, frankly.
Thank you.
Of course. Hey, take care and thank you for joining me. Audience, tune in next time. And remember, I'm rooting for you.